Good morning, good morning. How are we all? James Morrison, James Social Cycling. How are we all doing? Out this morning after my hard graft leg buster yesterday, just to spin my legs, not going too far, having to explain myself why my mileage will be 15 to 20 miles. And that's today's video, people. Does it matter how far you go? Is it not relative to you? Or are you riding for Instagram? Which one? Welcome to James Social Cycling. As I said, this morning's just a coffee ride. So after yesterday's leg buster in the wind, 40 miles, it's giving you all the kudos, aren't I? I need you all to love me. How you doing, all right? Yeah. Good, thanks. He's got all the gear. So yeah, so if I do 20 miles, I've done 20 miles. I'm probably going to do about 18, 19. I didn't have a route in mind, but the question is why does it matter? Does it matter how far you go? You know, half the time, and you may disagree with me with this, but I'm going to tell you now, you'd be lying to yourself, because I've done it. Riding for Strava, kudos. Riding for Instagram. You do it. Human nature. Oh, I don't want to go out for 16 miles. Won't be able to share it. So, morning. So there you go. I think my ride yesterday, 40 miles in the wind, I was chuffed to bits with. I was chuffed because there were so many cut-off points, but I carried on. And as you all know, or some of you know, that I've been off the bike. I haven't been riding as much as I'd like, and every time I sit on the bike, there's 120 kilograms getting on it. So I need to do something to get fitter, get stronger, and lose some weight. I've been overtaken, my legs are dead, but I have my goal for today, and everybody that goes out on the bike has their goal. So does it really matter on how far you're actually going? Morning, morning. Does it? It's the old saying, as long as you're enjoying it. As long as you enjoy it. And I can't get the camera out if I'm putting the pedal to the metal. I can't. So that's why today's little coffee ride, which is a nice little recovery ride, means that I can get the camera out and have a chat. So do you ride for Instagram? I think what I'm trying to say here is obviously, when I used to ride years and years ago, when I was in the war, when I was in the same bunkers as Simon, basically, I only used to do a couple of hours ride. This was back in the days of having the Polar. We used to have the Polar heart rate, and it was actually a watch that I could put on the bike. Can't remember what it was called, but anyway, I digress. But you know, the days are Garmin. But I only used to ride 2 hours. I never used to bother about how far I'd gone, because it was exercise and enjoyment. And if anybody knows Farnham, back in my young days, I used to ride up Castle Hill, Castle Street, and up to Hale for fun. That'd kill me now. But never did I sort of, you know, I've probably only ever ridden 25 to 30 miles in those days. I'm afraid the sharp angles of the old road bikes caused my lower back hell of a problem. Used to be at a right angle when I got off the bike, so I had to stop that. And then many years later, I bought myself a £350 bike, a Trek. Is it a 7.5 or 7.5 or 7.2? I can't remember. It was a flat bar, and these roads that I'm riding now of what I've ridden for the last 20 years. And I used to have a route that was 7.5 miles. Then when I was getting used to that, I'd push it to 13 miles and then go up from there. So, and now I'm unfit again. I think what I'm trying to say here, people, is relative to you, isn't it? You've got some guys that go out every weekend and do 80, 90, 100 plus miles. But if you want to go out and enjoy 5 miles, go out and enjoy 5 miles. But if you like me yesterday, was riding for Instagram likes and killing my legs, me and social media have gone a long way, and that is not where we're at this moment in time. I went out with Neil, this will make you laugh, I went out with Neil a few weeks ago. We did 33 miles. I did 30 miles the weekend before, but that was with three stops. So, and Neil was like, I said, oh, hopefully it won't be too slow for you. He said, oh, it's nice, we'll have a nice social ride. Anyway, 33 miles at 13.5 mile an hour average speed. That was my top at the time. It weren't no social ride for me. I was bloody knackered when we got back. Anyway, enjoy your cycling. Don't worry about Instagram, don't worry about Strava, unless that's what you're doing the cycling for. It's up to you. If you're out there to get PBs, king of the mountains, then go for it. But do me one thing, say hello to everybody you pass, whether they're on a flat bar, whether they're on an electric bike. I had a mountain bike pass me last week, flew past me. I wasn't even going slow. It's just pointless. That was pointless. He was putting no effort in whatsoever. I've had a few ignorant people this morning, and I've had some nice people. One guy stopped, we had a quick chat, and that's what I like to do to some people. I just ride past them, actually stop. And you know me, some of you know me, I like to shout morning at people if they haven't said morning. It's nothing to do with you being too pro to say hello. It's you being a dickhead. End of. Nod your head. Ah, all that energy I took. I've lost concentration while I was in the zone. Enjoy your cycling, people. Enjoy your cycling. It doesn't matter how far and how fast, as long as you enjoy it. And my God, I didn't enjoy yesterday. I did enjoy it. It killed me, but that was my training ride in the wind. I did hill repeats, but there were so many bloody hills. With this tree line, it can only be Hartley Westport. Another thing before I sign off, ego. How many times have you done a ride and your average speed's been rubbish, so you've deleted it? Me never. I value the miles. I value the miles. Anyway, people, it's just a discussion. There's a lot of arrogance, ignorance in this sport. Even just us normal people need reminding of that. Anyway, enjoy your cycling, and lots of love, and you never know, I might see you on the road very soon.